Yet?
Yeah. We popped in yesterday and she was barely 8 hours old. Lovely.
Oh, and they're all good.
Yeah, and the ironic thing, the diary that I'm talking about today, 50 years ago, I was going out with Chrissy, which was Jessie's mother, and then Jessie had little baby Honey yesterday, and I'm coming on to talk about it. So shows you how 50 years goes by like that, so watch out.
And with all of that experience then, what is your best bit of grandfatherly advice now?
Well, just keep them coming, you know. They're lovely little things.
Yeah,
you know.
indeed.
The innocence is the best.
And you had a wonderful weekend as well because you were reunited with the faces of Kenny Jones and Rod Stewart. Was it 22 years? Ronnie, that you haven't played together for?
Some say it's 38 years. I don't know. It was a lot of years.
Well, however many years it was, what was it like?
Oh, it was great fun. Just as many stumblings and little what's next, what's coming next. Yeah. That's the good thing about Faces, the looseness. And we had a kind of another aspect of it this time because it was freezing cold. And we only had 2 rehearsals.
Oh, really?
So everything literally came flooding back, luckily. I mean, don't cut that valve off.
Very good. Well, you mentioned it. You've put all your memoirs in a diary from 1965. We'll talk about this a little bit later.
Right.
All right.
Looking forward.
With a diary, it was complete luck, wasn't it, that you found it because you thought there was no record at all left. You thought it had gone.
Right. My dear old mum kept it. And my brother Art, before he died, he said, look what Mum kept for you and look what I kept for you. And I handed it over. And when I opened it up, it was like a blast from... It didn't seem 50 years ago. It was like, wow. It was a couple of years ago I got it now, but it was almost 50 years. And I thought, my God, how time flies. So all you youngsters out there, you're not young for that long, you know. That seems like 20 years ago, but it's 50 years ago.
Yeah. Well, do you know, it is so endearing, just as soon as you open it up, because it's basically, it's just copies, isn't it, of your handwritten stuff.
It pretty much captured with a couple of strokes the effect that The Who, when you first saw them, after they changed from the high numbers when they first became The Who, they were a sight to see, and they were such an indelible influence on the young 17-year-old like I was, you know. And the same as the Stones. I used to come home, run home from college to watch them on the Top of the Pops, you know, the equivalent, Ready, Steady, Go, whatever it was, Thank You, Lucky Stars. And I used to think they're doing exactly what I'm thinking, that I should be in that band, you know.
Right.
And funny enough, the Byrds, who I was with at the time, we used to compare our asking price, you know, like we were going out at 50 quid a weekend.
Oh, your rates.
Stones were getting 150 or 250 when they had hits, you know. Yeah. But we did reach like 45 in the charts, and it was all about the charts in those days, yeah. With our second single, Leaving Here, which was a Motown song. We used to love the Motown and the blues. And
Yeah, well, it's all documented in here. We've had a look through and we've picked some of our favourite entries, and we've got some props, right, to see if they jog memories. So we'll give you the date and we'll give you the prop, and you tell us what happened.
You mentioned dustbins earlier on, Ronnie. Now, it's not that anecdote, but here we go.
So this is from, was it the 6th of January, wasn't it?
11th, I think it was.
11th of Jan,
11th.
this dustbin.
oh, because there's another dustbin. Rod would like this, actually. Another dustbin in today's date, the 10th of September.
Yes, exactly.
So, all right, so what's that one then?
So that is the 11th of Jan, right?
This is... You brought it on stage. This
dustbin on stage, and also piggyback fighting, right?
Yeah, that's right, exactly.
Yeah, this is early stage antics, which the Faces...
Yeah.
We used to spice it up with a few bottles of cheap vino.
We'll open the dustbin and we'll pull out the next thing, because this... let's see if this jogs any memory. This was from the 6th of May, if it helps.
Is that another gig?
It is another gig.
It is another gig. It was probably one of your worst.
Oh, that's probably
According
why
to this.
I forgot about that. What did it say then?
Hang on, it just says our most diabolical booking so far. Not more than about 30 people crammed into the large hall all evening.
Oh, no, there used to be terrible times when you had wallflowers round the edge of these big, cold halls. And you used to spend most of the set trying to lure them forward. By the last number, maybe they would all be forward and slightly rocking, and then the gig would be over, and you'd be so glad to get out of there.
But this, I mean, the thing is, there's a constant reference, nearly on every page, not every other page, about the audiences. I mean,
Yeah, a bunch of crackings tonight.
Yeah. Just, I mean, that is just, you know, just notes, bonk, 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 the entire time, all about the.
But it has
Salisbury,
to be said,
though, we used to go down well. We used to get torn apart.
Most of them you're going down well, according to the diary. It's all very good. Well, Ronnie, it is a brilliant read. It's a lovely thing to have in your hand and to just read through that year you had in 1965. It's great.